Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Book Date Session with You, episode 51. And today we are talking about this book, The Motivation Manifesto by Brendon Burchard.
Yes.
And we both like this book very much. And today we will try our new method of presenting this book. So stay tuned.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, so I'm going to share the screen to you first. Yes, you can see the screen right here. The mother.
Welcome to Book Date Session with You, episode 51. And today we are talking about.
I'm so sorry. I got my this thing again. Okay. Can you hold on for a while? I can't get my video back.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Yeah. Technical issue. When you see the mother of motivation is choice, then suddenly disappear. Yes, you get me back. Okay. So you see on the screen, you see the mother of motivation is choice. All right. When we see the root word of motivation, it's actually called motive. Motive is a reason for your action. It's like, why do you do something? It's like our mind need these two things, which is the clarity as well as the commitment for us to have the motivation. How to know that what is your level of your motivation, that determined by these two, which is the clarity and the commitment. If you feel like, if you are very clear on your goal and also you are very committed to your goal, that is your level of motivation is high. If you are unclear and you are not committed to that, so your motivation is very low. That is the difference. And Brandon mentioned so much in this book. The greatest personal power is the ability to take over our impulses and direct our minds to choices and commitments that serve us. So that is the motivation part that we want to mention. Now I'll pass to Gideon to share with you more. Next.
Yeah, the next, the book talk about the 3 stages of motivation. And why I want to share that is because there are a certain stage in motivation. You can't just simply jump to certain stage without starting. So according to the book, the 3 stages of motivation start with sparking, motivation first, then continue with sustaining and amplifying. And I want to talk about sparking motivation. There are 2 factors that the book talk about how to spark the motivation inside yourself. The first thing is ambition. Second thing is expectancy. So what is ambition? So according to the book, ambition is the choice to have or experience something greater in our life. So as soon as we want something greater than ourselves, our motivation is spark. And expectancy is the choice to believe that our dreams are possible and we can achieve them. So to start, to have this motivation, you must have these two things. You must, have the choice to do something greater than yourself and believe in yourself.
Yes, that's a sparking motivation. Then it comes to the second part of that, is sustaining motivation. That is a place that most of the people fail. And just now before our live session, me and Gideon, we're actually talking about this sustaining motivation. You need these 2 things. 1, attention. 2, effort. Attention when it comes to continue making the choices that sustain the desire. Meaning that, remember just now, I mentioned to you, the mother of motivation is the choice. That is the one you continue making the choices. And you want to focus and refocus to the thing that you want to do. Your motive, why you want to do something. That is your motive. So you must come to the place, according to Brendan, that giving your ambitions consistent mental attention to keep the drive alive and your energy high. That is the part that I mentioned, that a lot of why people fail is because they're not giving enough attention to the things or to the goal that they want. And the second part is talking about effort. Effort is that we are not just thinking that we want to do when it comes to motivation. It's a really putting your real effort inside and really work our way there. That is the real effort. So it's like continuing on no matter what. A lot of time that we always think like we have the motivation and the motivation cannot sustain. The reason is because we are not continue putting in the effort. Yeah, the small little actions that we do every single day that we keep the momentum alive. So now it comes to the third part. It's called amplifying the motivation. Two parts: ambition and environment. Sorry, not ambition, attitude. Attitude and environment. Attitude matters. How you show up to the world, how you show up to those around you matters. Environment. Do you surround yourself with those people that can motivate you? Those people that is your positive social environment, your friends, your colleague, your those people around you, you choose to be around them. That environment can really make you to feel motivated or not. So that's the three parts that we want to share with you, the three stages. Okay, let's go for the next slide.
Yeah, next go for question and answer. So let me start to ask questions first. So my question is to Joyce: what can we do to balance our personal ambitions and with those we serve?
Yes, this question. What can we do to balance our personal ambitions? It's somehow like there are so many external drama can happen around us. It can be from those people that we love, it can be from the people that we lead, or those people that we serve. So this external drama can really sometimes take on a lot of our time. So now when we come to this book, Brandon shared 9 declarations to reclaim our personal power. This is a declaration number 2. We shall reclaim our agenda. Yes, we shall reclaim our agenda. I love to talk about this point, especially Brandon have this sentence from his book. I quote: freedom and greatness belongs to those who master their day. Protection on our time and agenda, and take back our destiny and make each day artful and fulfilling. That is a very, very important part to remind us we must master our day. So when just now the questions like Gideon asked me about how to balance between the personal ambitions and also other things that come along us is this. There is one thing, because today we are talking about book, Brandon shared about this. We must not fear saying no. We must not fear saying no that I can't help you now. If everyone that require our time to help them to do every little single thing in the world, it comes out to we only have the 24 hours that we have to segment our time to different time, that we can't be everywhere and anytime with anybody. So that's how that saying that the power of saying no, that you cannot help the person right now. You can channel them to those people that really can help them for the benefit of them. And owning this truth, okay, I love to share about this, is that owning this life truth is freeing for me. I quote the sentence from Brendan, this book: I'm not in charge or responsible for the wreck others have created in their lives. and I do not need to save everyone in my life. Knowing this truth is like so free after knowing that. So meaning that when it comes to a lot of fault, or I would not say fault, it would say like the same words that Brandon uses, like the wrecks of other people are created in their lives. We're not responsible towards them. So because back then, or even right now, some of the times that I still struggle to take on the responsibility on what other people are created the wreck on their life. So that I still take on some of the responsibility. That's why to help myself to reclaim back my power on my time, I need to really need to stay on this sentence. The truth of I can't save everyone's life. Okay, that's my answer to your questions, Gideon. Let's
So
go.
well said. Yeah. Okay, let me share screen. Let's go to the next questions.
This question I want to ask Gideon is, when it comes to practice joy and gratitude, what are the differences compared to what we normally share?
Okay, I think we share a lot on gratitude in many sessions before, and why I want to share this again, because this book really bring this joy and gratitude practice to another level. So I want to share this. So I quote the book: several times a day we can assess and we need to assess our joy and gratitude by asking ourselves, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much joy and gratitude am I bringing to this moment? So the power is in the word in the sentence. We are not asking how much joy and gratitude we are experiencing in the moment, as if we are somehow entitled to such emotion. We are demanding personal responsibility. How much am I bringing? So this is aligned with the declaration number 5. We shall practice joy and gratitude. I think this brings so much power to me, enlightenment to me, because it's saying that how much joy you are bringing in yourself. Because a lot of time when you are doing this, you are thinking that I should enjoy this, or I should enjoy the gratitude and the joy. But you must thinking that this is your responsibility. If you find that your level of joy and gratitude is low on certain time of the day, you should do something, to elevate them during that time. So how do we do that? According to the book, some of the example is like, you want to bring more joy, take pleasure in small things, and expect good things. So small little things, like, if you look at children, they get happy very easily because they enjoy little small things. So I think this is one of the very easy thing to do, right? And then for gratitude, if you are feeling your level of gratitude is low, then just think back about, you are still here, you are still healthy, you can talk, you have family with you, you have friends with you, and this is all you are enjoying now. So yeah, I love this practice so much.
Yes, I continue to listen my name there, Joy. That's why I say, whoa, good name that I have. Come, we have a next question to go to. Want to share the screen back here. Here is the question that I would love to ask Gideon as well. It's like, who am I? Why is it important to me? If this is the 2 questions that you ask yourself, and maybe you want to listen to the answer from Gideon, that about this, what are the areas that are helpful to answer these 2 questions for you?
So this is according to declaration number 6. We shall not break integrity. And how to answer these 2 questions? According to the book, there are 3 qualities that we need to think in our life. The 3C, I call it 3C. The first is our character, our connection, and our contribution. So let's start with character first. So talking about character is, what is the specific identity you wish to have. Like how many times, you ask yourself, like how many times we have caused ourselves pain because we fail to pause and think, how would my best self view and respond to these situations? I can relate this so much because maybe in my younger times, I make some mistake because I didn't think about this. Simplified to say is, if you did something, will you be proud to put this on the TV and let everyone know that you did this? Or let your parents know that you did this? So if you are making a very tough decision, just think about this. Do you want to lower yourself, your standard of yourself? Or are you lowering your standard of yourself by doing certain things? So always, think about this when you are making a tough decision. The second C is connection. Okay. According to the book, what kind of experience do we want to have with the important people in our life? But you also must think about who is important to me and why. How shall I interact with them so that they are appreciated and experience the best of who I am? And what kind of person should I become so that I'm happy with how I treat others? So this is very important because we are human, right? Humans are social animals. So connection is very important. When you connect with others, what kind of relationship or experience that you want others to have. But this is only for the important person, right? Important person that you are interact with, right? Not any kind of people. The last C is contribution. So very simple. What kind of this contribution we wish to make or leave behind us? So I think thinking about these three: character, connection, your contribution, will help you, answer these two, like what is important to you and who am I?
Yeah, I found that it's a lot of questions being asked from, when we have these two questions, we ask more questions. It's really true. The quality of the question can lead you to the right answer, right? So when you ask a very empowering questions, you will get an answer by yourself. I just love to ask myself, especially, how my best self show up to the moment that I want. Even though not every time is perfect, right? Not every time is perfect, but I still continue asking myself, how am I my best self show up to the moment that I want that time? Okay, so we're gonna go to the next questions, which is the last one.
So my question is, what can we do to improve our quality of life?
I love this declaration. The last declaration is, we shall slow time. As a time management expert, I love to talk about this so much. It's like, we shall slow time. Brandon mentioned in his book about this is, life is meant to be vibrant, deeply felt, growing mosaic of meaningful moments. We are not supposed to miss this moment. And to slow the moment, we must heighten our senses, meaning that feel more. To feel something more, that we must either take more in or more deeply sense that which is already here. I love the sentence so much. Is back then I was not a girl that have a lot of senses. I practically use this one senses, what I see. That's my visual thing is very, very dominant back then. So over the course of these years, I've been learning how to use my other senses, such as like listen, feel, together with touch, as well as smell. This is a few senses that I try to incorporate more and more in my daily lives. So this, when you incorporate all these things inside, you will see that time is actually can slow down. It can get slower on the time. And I love to share about this session. It's called 2 Beats Longer. There is one particular chapter, last chapter, talking about 2 beats longer. Let me read for you for this. I love the sentence, too good to not to read for you. All right. let us forget for now where we are supposed to be and what we should be doing. Instead, let us hold this moment for just 2 beats longer. Do not breathe so quickly. Take in air for 2 beats longer. Do not scan the room. Sense the room by gazing into each shadow and corner for 2 beats longer. Do not merely glance at her. Look into her eyes and hold them for 2 beats longer. So lovely, right? I love this sentence so much. Do not gulp down the next meal, but savor each bite for 2 beats longer. Let the tastes melt and linger. Do not send a heartless note. Read it once more and spend 2 beats longer, sensing the pain in it may cause another. And the last part, I love it. Do not give the kiss goodbye while juggling everything on the way out the door. Make the kiss count. Make it firm and solid and true, holding the moment passionately for 2 beats longer. Wow. The 2 beats longer really meant so much when you really go come and feel it more. When you feel it more, the time slow down. That is the declaration number 9, the last one. We shall slow time. Thank you. That's my answer for the questions.
Thank you for the 2 bits kids. 2 bits kids.
It's just
Advice.
like, you know, go and practice with your wife, all right?
Yeah.
It's like I practice with my boyfriend. It is fantastic. I will just tell you, you feel the connection more. You feel amazing. All right. So enough for my story. And also, yes, what is the takeaway, the biggest takeaway that you learned from today's book? This book, the Motivation Manifesto. And go to grab this book to learn it out. And back then, I remember Brandon told me as a student, he told me that back then when he wanted to publish this book, he has been struggling, no publisher want to help him to publish this book until he met Hay House. You know, Hay House is a publisher that published this book for him, and he got to become the #1 New York Times bestselling author for this book. And it is a fantastic book to go and read it out. So I read this book is like since 2015. The book published in 2014. I get to know and read this book in 2015. So go and grab this book and tell us in the comment section below what is your biggest takeaway from today's session. And see you in our next episode.